What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. My name is Chris, and today we're going back to a place I dubbed Pedestrian Square a few months ago, where we're on campus. We're on the campus of the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. We're on full self-driving beta version 10.12.2. 10.13 should be coming soon. We're past the 2-week deadline. And this little square that I kind of have the car go do circles in, do squares in, take left turns, there's just a lot of people walking around. A lot of students going for lunch, bicycles, buses, kind of a lot of activity going on by VRUs, vulnerable road users, is what Tesla calls them. And I've noticed the car is very cautious around those people, around bikes, motorcycles, things like that. And so it's really nice, this little area, to see how the car is acting around those people, how it's doing, if it's being safe, if it's not being safe enough, if it's being too cautious. Maybe somebody's walking towards the road, but they're not actually gonna walk in front of the car and the car still brakes, things like that. So we did this, I think I've done it once before. I meant to come back more often, but I'll link that above. And we're gonna go back and check it out on this version, because this version's been really good in confidence and turning and kind of just doing the right thing without too much awkwardness. Of course, you still see some, so we make a complete stop. We're creeping, there's nobody to the left, and we just move right through. So like these types of turns and things have just been so good. I mean, it's just, it really has been a lot better. So you have your non-complete stop there by the human, and then the complete stop by us, and we make our right turn. I mean, if you're talking robotaxi, having random people get in here, I mean, we're there. I mean, we're there with like the way the car is moving for the most part. Now, I don't want anyone to get confused and think I'm saying that robotaxi's done, I can hop in the back seat right now. No way, there's no way. And I'm actually planning a video about that. Still, my skepticism I have right now of getting to full robotaxi, I think it's still pretty far away in terms of like legitimately not needing somebody in this driver's seat. I think we're still very far away from that. But in terms of the full self-driving beta and its capabilities and the way it feels, man, things are improving a lot now, and this version is by far the best. Big improvements, lots of things. You've seen it on my video. So anyway, let's head over there. And a quick shout out from the sponsor, Moomoo. Last time I'm mentioning them in this month. So, if you're interested, see, there's a person walking across the road. They didn't have a crosswalk or anything. I guess they kind of did, but she like cut it off. And, the car handled it perfectly. If you want those free stocks, open an account, put $5 in there and get your free stocks. So thanks to Moomoo. Let's get over there. This video is sponsored by Moomoo Trading Software. The stock market, including Tesla, has kind of been getting destroyed, which can be a great opportunity to hop in. If you want up to 10 free stocks, download Moomoo using my referral link in the description and make a deposit of any amount, and you will instantly get 6 free stocks with the opportunity to get 4 more free stocks. Moomoo has one of the best new user rewards available today. I've been using Moomoo, and the advanced charts and free level 2 data is awesome. Check out the link below, and thank you to Moomoo for sponsoring this video. Okay, so we're making our stop here, and we need to wait for this car. They had to wait a long time for that person crossing, and then my car was kind of gonna jump it, but then it did wait for them, so that was fine. I can see, you could go after your complete stop if a pedestrian's blocking the other lanes of traffic. So this is pretty much the start of the square right here, and we're gonna go. So we have that slow sign is new. That didn't used to be there. So people must either be hitting this bump real fast or something is happening here that they needed to add that sign. And yeah, we didn't slow down for that speed bump at all, which is weird because the car has slowed down for it in the past really nicely. And to be fair, it's a really kind of fat bump. So even at 25, I didn't feel like it was too fast. But yeah, so of course, now I need to change the destination here. And when I first start, I always forget because I'm talking. And of course, I just said all that, and now like there's literally not a person here. I guess it's summer now. Our classes are done. Maybe this is not the best video right now. Alrighty, so there were no people in Pedestrian Square. So if this cut is a little weird for you, I was trying to make a video going to Pedestrian Square, I've dubbed it, where I see how the car interacts with pedestrians and cyclists and stuff on the campus of the University of Michigan. But I forgot it's summer, and so there's really no there's no students. And so I am now in downtown Rochester, and I want to see how the car will do. I still want to see pedestrians. That was kind of my idea. So we're going to downtown Rochester to see if people are walking around. It is the middle of a weekday, so maybe not. But so nice slowdown here, even though there is no stop sign. So the car did check that it was safe to go, so that was nice. So I'm routed to the library, and I do have a backup plan this time. If there's no pedestrians or not enough to really interact with, this will not be as chaotic as the university, but the Tesla has an I'm feeling lucky button, which you can click and it will randomly navigate you somewhere. Now this hasn't been working for me for a while on beta. We just ran over that tree branch. I did see it. This hasn't been working for me for a while on beta, and just making sure the car's going to stop for these people. Of course it does. And now it seems to be working. I just tried it a few minutes ago, and it's the first time in, I mean, maybe months or at least weeks that I've seen that it's working. So I will pick a random spot. I'll let the car pick a random spot, and we'll go. And I hope it's exciting enough. I hope it's not, boring or anything, but we'll see. So yeah, heading off to downtown. Nice job making some space for that car. We didn't even slow down too much, which normally the Tesla does slow down too much in that situation. I mean, it's fine, but it slows down a lot more than that normally. So some of these turns are still a little awkward, a little bit of hard acceleration there. I think a lot of people who are sitting in the car not used to beta would be like, whoa, why are you accelerating so hard? But I'm used to it, so I don't really care. But yeah, unmarked roads. So we might get an error where it tells me to take over. Maybe, maybe not. It does happen sometimes. I used to play Pokemon Go here a ton. Great spot for that. So, all right. And, ooh, what is that? Is it? Oh, no, it's not closed. So I can't tell. It doesn't say road closed, so I'll let the car, let's see what it does. I was thinking maybe there's just a hole in the road or something, but we'll make a complete stop, unfortunately. And then it's just going to go right around it. So, I mean, I would do this too, I'm not going to lie, because it doesn't say road closed, it just is there. So, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. All right, road closed through traffic. Now this one, I know the car can't read. So, oh, that one? Which, okay, I think the road we were just on was the one that was closed to through traffic, but it didn't have a sign, so I let it happen. I don't know. We're safe, whatever. We made it through. Yeah, so they're missing the sign on that one. The rest of them do say it. So I guess we technically weren't supposed to do that, but I didn't know, to be totally honest. I didn't know. I will tell you the car cannot read that sign, though, and would proceed to go around like we just saw it do, so you'd have to take over for that. If we're talking robo-taxi stuff here. I don't know. I'm just going for a drive on this one. I don't know what I'm doing. So a weird little jerk of the steering wheel there. Didn't like that. It was just kind of adjusting itself in the lane. I really didn't like that at all. But it fixed itself kind of fast enough that I didn't need to do anything. But yeah, those kinds of things can catch you off guard. So full self-driving needs to honk here. So it needs a little ability to honk. It does not have that. It definitely could have given a nice little, hey, we got a green light toot there, but it pretty much just waited. Nobody behind me honked either, so hey, maybe I was being too impatient. But obviously they weren't paying attention. So avoiding that left turn lane, because that's not the one we want. And going up to, it's way too far to the right. Okay, this is gonna be awkward here. No, all right, I'm taking over because that guy like almost ran into me. Not, I shouldn't say almost ran into me. He just was still going fast as I was slowing down there. So obviously a bad move there by the car. And then it does wait for this one here. So you can see I still do have mistakes on my drives. Nowhere have I said I don't have mistakes anymore. But people, are like, wow, your car behaves so much better than mine. And it's, I do still have mistakes, just so you see. I mean, you'll probably see more. I mean, who knows? I'm not as familiar with this area, so I don't know exactly how the car's going to do. I'm a lot more familiar with Ann Arbor. So as of now, the car's just driving without direction. I'll put in another one, and I get the question a lot, like, oh, what does the car do if you don't put anything in? It's honestly not that interesting. Like, it just drives around, and like sometimes it turns right, sometimes it turns left. It's actually a little more stressful because then I don't know what to expect the car to do, especially coming up to something like this, like which lane is it going to pick? And it's not very fun, and it's not really a way that anybody would use it. I mean, I guess you could hop in if you want to chill and let it drive you around, but I don't know, I just don't see it as really meaningful or useful. So pretty big road here. We have a couple people coming from the right and nobody from the left right now. Ooh, lots of traffic from the right, and now we're in the crosswalk, which I don't like. So yeah, that's unfortunate because if there were a lot of pedestrians, which it looks like there's not, but we're going to go on Main Street here next, we would be in their way. And then you can definitely go. So it does start to move, go, 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 as that white car Come on, there you go. Gave it a little boost there. Jeez, the car kind of boosted itself there at the end there. Like, as soon as the white car was like in front of us, my car started to move forward, but then it didn't really stick with it, and it really needs to do that. So lately it's been doing that a lot more, where like as soon as the car that's in your way is out of your way, the Tesla will begin to accelerate and really move through nicely. But every once in a while you still get those where it doesn't want to do that. Next road we're going to turn right, and that's pretty much our destination. So let me put in and I'm feeling lucky and see how that goes. Again, I really have no idea. We'll just click it, and whatever it says, we're just going to do it and see what happens. So make the right turn, really nice, perfect speed. Yeah, so that was done really nicely. So hit cancel. It's going to stop us here because that's the end of the route. So I'm just going to click this and click lucky. And wow, that came up like instantly. That's cool. So belt, whatever that is, I have no idea. Well, let's let the directions get in here first. The belt. All right, now it's taking forever to load. Okay. 40 minutes? What the? Okay, I'm not going 40 minutes away. I don't know. Okay, let me try one more. All right, Riverside Park. That shouldn't be too far. That's Auburn Hills, and that's kind of towards my house, so we're going to do this one. Boom, we got the directions, and of course it's 2 straight lines, but you know what? Let's do it. I might just fast forward a lot because the car's been pretty good. All right, so these guys are picking up the trash. They're in our way. There's obviously no way around them. I wouldn't get this close just because I wouldn't want them to think I was being rude, but whatever. And my car is putting the turn signal on. This guy's looking at me like, what are you doing? And I'm just going to hit the brake because you could see the path. It was going to turn into this person's driveway. So yeah, the car is obviously having trouble with that. Yeah, I don't even want to turn it on. I mean, I will, but yeah, it's just going to try to turn left into that person's driveway. So unfortunately, I'm going to report this one so the team sees that. It doesn't display those blinking lights. It doesn't even show them as turn signals or anything. So it's obviously not understanding that situation. And then now that they're out of the way, it can continue. So I don't know, like there's people say like edge case. That's not really an edge case. Like sometimes there's garbage trucks, you know, people would know about that. Nobody's going to get confused by this. But I guess in terms of the car software, it's kind of an edge case. It hasn't seen that enough to know like, okay, there's no room. I just need to wait. So now this left turn, I can't see that well to the right there. Now I can. And to the left, there's a huge bush and I think it's clear. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Nope, you need to keep going. It stopped because of this pickup. So I haven't touched anything yet. So I let it do that. Here's the thing. It's a 2-lane road and I could clearly tell that pickup, it did come out from behind a big truck to the right. So you couldn't see it at first. The Tesla doesn't seem to notice the difference between what lane they're in, so it just acts like it cannot turn. If I had been driving there, even though the truck did pop out after we began the turn, I may have slowed a little bit just to make sure I was doing everything right, but I would have continued because I know that this lane is open. Now, is that legal or whatever? You guys can yell at me about that, I don't know. But stopping where the car was, we basically were just lucky nobody else was around there driving because, yeah, you don't want to stop like in the middle of the road like that. All right, I'm changing it up for us because this is just too boring. We need a couple of turns in here. And then I'm gonna head home and I'll film that and pretty much just highlight any mistakes most likely. So the car now suddenly, I mean, we have a mile and a half, so never mind. I thought a right turn is gonna come up a lot quicker, but pretty much immediately changed its mind on where it wants to be now that it has new directions and is moving us towards where we need to be for this right turn coming up. All right, so we just switched over from Rochester to Auburn Hills, and as you can see again, we're going speed limit, but constantly getting passed. I think I've been pulled over on this road. I've seen tons of people pulled over on this road because 45 feels too slow. It really feels like you should be going 60 or so on here. But whatever. And I pretty much, if I was driving, I never go 45. But we are today with beta, so we have this right turn coming up, and I'm pretty happy with the car's performance right now on this. Okay, All right, no, that was good. I thought it was going to brake too long. On this long straight road, 45 miles per hour is usually pretty good, but on those types of roads we were just on, above about 45 or above 50 or so, that's when the phantom braking really kicks in. So this right lane ends, the car does a nice job moving over, and it's still kind of my biggest complaint right now is that, you know, phantom braking used to, so ever since we switched to Vision, it's been a problem for a while, but it's really not getting much better. There was a point where it was a lot worse, and then it seemed to get better. And I was like, oh, good. So this hopefully will get better and better. But it never did. And so when you're going, again, above maybe 50 or so on a road like this, it's just, you get a lot of these little breaks here and there. And it's super annoying. It's not dangerous. It's not like the car goes from 60 to 40 or something, but the car will go from 60 to 55 or 60 to, 57. And you have enough time to touch the accelerator and all this, but yeah, it's super annoying. And like, what the heck is Tesla going to do about it? I don't know, because it's been a problem for so long, and it seems like a vision thing where the car just can't see far enough for the speed it's going. But then on the highway, which is, again, a different stack, it's not beta, I never get phantom braking. So they've obviously figured it out. I shouldn't say never, but it's very rare. Whereas on a road like this with beta, it happens pretty frequently. So they've obviously figured out something for highway. Maybe they just make the tolerances less because, they think that there will be less things there. But yeah, they really need to get that fixed. Once that's fixed, I think that's one of the biggest, like, consistent mistakes the car makes that will make the experience much better. All right, well, I think I've just made this worse. There's like no cars or anything now. So I'm gonna cut for just a second, put in my route for home, and then we'll wrap it up there and see how it does on at least part of that drive. Okay, so here we go. You can see we have, I don't know what the heck that is. Some kind of weird turnaround it wants to do. I don't know. Maybe I'll let it. Sometimes I've noticed it'll change when it has those weird things in before you get there. And then we get on the highway. We'll see how it does there, and then there's some off-highway at the end there. So we have the green, but the car's doing a great job waiting for those two ahead. And I would definitely go after this Jeep. I feel like my car might wait for the other two cars. No, it did fine. I don't know, it's fine. I just want to complain. I don't want to, but I would accelerate a bit faster than that. You have traffic coming at you quickly. I don't know, it did it fine. It's just like the thought I had in my head as it was happening. Really, you should turn right and then do a turnaround. So I may force that because I'd rather see the turnaround than whatever the heck that is. I mean, maybe it's the car's way of avoiding doing a U-turn, but the car can do them sometimes, so I don't know. Okay, so turn signal needs to come on way sooner. Like, we were braking for a while there before the turn signal was on, so I didn't like that. Another big complaint of mine. And so, okay, we're turning in here. Yeah, this is weird. I have no idea, but whatever. I'm just letting the car do its thing. And it's going to want to do a turnaround here. So there's a speed bump there. Let's see. I mean, we're only going 14, so, or 15, so not much to slow down. Oh, it's, I don't know. I'm dumb. I'm like, why is it stopping? Because there's a stop sign there. Hello. So now it's going to get confused. Where are you going? Okay, so it's going all the way around. Now it's just stopping because this is not where it wanted to go. Oh boy. All right, let me just turn it around. Okay, so I just turned it back on. And now it will, yeah, so it's totally messing this up. I would imagine none of this is mapped, but whatever. So here you go, here's some mistakes for you. Oh my gosh, you're doing terribly now. You're doing good. Everybody was like, what the heck, my car doesn't do this. So there, this is what the car does for me sometimes too. So back to the speed bump. I do like that it got the 15 miles per hour. Is that what the sign said? Or, because I don't really remember seeing that too often. Let's see. The sign says 10 miles per hour, so the car picked 15, which is still pretty slow, I feel like. Okay, so this will be a really difficult turn. It's a big road. Traffic will be going very fast. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so after this car to the left, we should be clear. And we're just not going. Not going. Oh, okay, I tapped. I'm tapping it. Yep. Okay, I let go, and now we're in the that middle lane thing. I'll report that one, yeah. So all kinds of mistakes on this drive. Pretty interesting to see those, especially after we have like such good drives, but yeah, actual like level 5, I'm with you guys. It's very far off. I'm gonna have a video talking about that really soon. So, all right, let's enjoy some highway driving, and then I'll probably wrap this one up. So it's saying use accelerator pedal or cruise stalk to resume. So I'm just gonna tap that, and it should creep. Yeah, so it creeped, and now it sees the cars. Yeah, that's pretty weird. I don't know why it asked for it, but I'm glad it didn't just go blasting into the intersection, because there was a semi to our left I couldn't see, so creeping was the right move. So we're slowing for this yellow, so I have to hit the accelerator there. Yeah, that was no good, because I don't know if it was going to stop or not, but like, look how much we're slowing. It's like really hitting the brake, and there are people behind us, and you just can't do that. Like, you know, I have this same conversation, and people in the comments, well, you're supposed to slow down, but on a 55 mile per hour road where most people drive 60 or 65, slowing down to 40 just because the light is blinking yellow is not the right move. It's just not. Like, yeah, it's not the right move. So I'm not going to allow that to happen when people are behind me and all of that. So we'll see how this transition onto the highway goes. Should be pretty smooth. Sometimes it does have trouble getting onto the highway correctly, but if it's marked out nicely, it usually will do okay. Okay, so here we are. And then I may need to hit I have to hit the stalk. I mean, I can leave it because nobody's there and it'll just do it itself when the lane ends. But I have my lane changes set to confirm, so I have to actually touch the stalk when it wants to change lanes, or it won't do it. Yeah, it's dinging at me to do it, but I don't want to. I don't care. So yeah, this video is probably super long. So enjoy some sped up highway driving, maybe a little bit after that. We'll see. I hope you enjoyed this one. I look forward to talking to you in the comments down below, and you will see me and Beta in the next video.